Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground.
Here we go, set.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Rams are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's out of bounds just before. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things, that's what people are looking for.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown! Jalen Reagor, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Take it in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
A man coming off a washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. And a short pickup to about the 25.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On play action, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of... Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws. Come on,
now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And take it right on the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And the tight end goes in motion left. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. 59 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chenal. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. His first career touchdown pass. And yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later. But make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. 21-0 our score after one.
Score of Rams 21, Falcons 0.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give, running right, eats it, puts it on the carpet, it's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for...
And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very solid gain of 27. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Etienne once more. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Etienne running right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Travis Etienne, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Taking it to 15, a short kick. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. Touchdown, LA. He brings the kickoff back 85 yards. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blower when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Taking it to 15, a short kick.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But it the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Nwangwu now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, we're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't